Mr. Majumdar, this is Kishalai from Kolkata newsroom, Our Bangla newsroom. Mr. Majumdar, we have found out the information from CBI that 8 to 10 more TMC MLAs' name have been found after documents were recovered from Jiban Krishna Saha, the TMC MLA. So 8 to 10 more TMC MLAs can be connected to this whole scam. What do you think if they are arrested? What is going to be the consequence, Mr. Majumdar?
See, my assumption is these 8 to 10 names are just the tip of the iceberg. Every TMC MLA belonging to district level, in each district, they are associated with this kind of corruption, and ultimately the party, the TMC party, will cease to existence and the government will collapse after a few months. This is my assumption.
Thank you very much, Shukanto Majumdar. That was Shukanto Majumdar with us, and he was saying how the whole party, the whole government will collapse once all these arrests are made. Back to the studio.
Well, many thanks, Kishlai, for that detailed report, and also many thanks to Mr. Shukanto Majumdar of the BJP for speaking with Republic. Let's move on now, as we were telling you, to other top stories. A day after Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf were shot dead in Prayagraj, a plea has been moved in the Supreme Court seeking the formation of an independent expert committee to inquire into 183 encounters in UP since 2017. The PIL was filed by Advocate Vishal Tiwari. Former Karnataka Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar on Saturday announced his resignation from the BJP after he was denied a ticket, and today early in the morning he joined the Congress. Senior Congress leaders including Randeep Surjewala, Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar met the former Karnataka CM in Bengaluru. And former Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot is planning demonstrations and public rallies in various districts from today as a show of strength, after the command of the AICC affairs was given to former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath, taking it away from AICC General Secretary Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa. At least 11 people have died from dehydration and heat stroke, and scores were hospitalized as they attended a government-sponsored Maharashtra Bhushan Award ceremony in an open ground in Navi Mumbai on a blazing Sunday yesterday. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde declared 5 lakh rupees for the deceased and further mentioned that the entire medical expenses will be borne of those who suffered as a result by the state government for the Shri members undergoing treatment. Uddhav Thackeray, Atiq Thackeray and NCP leader Ajit Pawar were seen interacting with doctors at MGM Kamote Hospital to take seeking more information on the situation. Former Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray in the wee hours of Monday said that the Maharashtra Bhushan Award ceremony held in Navi Mumbai's Kharghar was not properly planned after 11 people died due to heat stroke during the event. He added that he met the people who were undergoing treatment and interacted with 4 to 5. 2 among them were in critical condition. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who is in Gujarat, offered prayers at the Sri Somnath Jyotirling Temple. A laser show was also organised at the temple during his visit. A fire broke out in a factory in the Swadeshi compound industry area of Ghaziabad on Sunday. Late in the evening, nearly 15 fire tenders were present on the spot. As of now, no casualty has been reported. And Akhand Srinivasamurthy, the sitting Congress MLA from Pulikeshi Nagar Assembly constituency, has resigned as an MLA. He went to Sirsi and met Speaker Vishweshwar Hegde Kageri and submitted his resignation letter. Congress leader Navjot Singh Sidhu alleges security lapse after a suspicious person was noticed on the terrace of his Patiala residence on Sunday. Sidhu posted about the incident on Twitter and said that the suspicious person was wrapped in a grey blanket. He, however, escaped after Sidhu's servant raised the alarm. And breaking news coming in now ahead of the same-sex marriage hearing in the top court. The central government has filed another affidavit on the petition. For more on this, I go across to my colleague Rhythm and our legal expert Rhythm, who's joining me on the phone line. Rhythm, if you could take our viewers, if you could break down the importance of this affidavit, the significance of this step and what it means.
Well, the central government once again comes out in the Supreme Court on this petition demanding same-sex marriage recognition. The Supreme Court is clearly being told by the centre they oppose same-sex marriage. Several reasons have been given in this 30-page affidavit filed in the Supreme Court by the central government. This has been settled by top law officer Mr. Tushar Mehta. The central government says same-sex marriage is an urban elite concept far away from the country's social ethos. They've also said that it's not for the judiciary under the separation of powers doctrine to be interfering in this. It's Parliament alone that can take decisions taking into account the broad views of rural, semi-rural, urban populations. What I found most interesting when we read this affidavit is para 23, where they have clearly said that merely reflecting urban elitist views cannot be compared to legislation which reflects the views of the entire country. They've also tried to give out several detailed case law, and what they're trying to say in an affidavit that has also been drawn by Kanu Sharma is that any encroachment of the legislative powers solely who are the representatives of the democracy could be against the separation of powers theory. Finally, in page 28, they say, therefore, it's the request of the central government that let it be left to the wisdom of the representatives of the people who shall be democratically viable and legitimately through any change that they want will be trying to do so. Therefore, to break this down for our viewers, just before the hearing in the same-sex marriage case has to begin before a 5-judge constitution, then the central government files a detailed affidavit in which they oppose same-sex marriage in India.
Right, Rhythm, many thanks for joining us there and for sharing that with us, with our viewers. Well, the centre, as has been stated earlier, has already stated its objection to same-sex marriage, stating clearly that it goes against the ethos of our culture. It's an urban phenomenon, and now it has filed another affidavit in this regard. Rhythm, breaking that down for us. More breaking news coming in now. Former Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa of Karnataka, his son and BJP candidate B.Y. Vijendra had to face a backlash of residents at Taralaghatta village of Shikaripura Taluk. Well, these are the visuals of what happened, but to understand what we are looking at, I go across to my colleague Prajwal, who's joining us on the broadcast. Prajwal, what are we looking at here? We believe it's a huge embarrassment for B.S. Yedurappa. On the one hand, holding such a huge responsibility, an illustrious career behind him, but now it seems, well, when it's the turn of his son, the people there are totally against him. Who are they and what are they protesting against?
Rukma, in fact, this is not about any developmental issue in the constituency or in the region, because this particular incident happened at Taralgata village in Shikaripura Taluk, where most of the people from the Banjara community are protesting against the internal reservation which has been ordered by the BJP state, by the state government for the SCs as well. And this is something which they have been protesting against, and especially the Banjara community who come under the touchables as well. So they were protesting, stating that the Sadashiva Commission report should not have been put into place. It should not have come into effect as well, and therefore they are stating that the state government now, which had sent a proposal to the centre, should withdraw it as well. They should withdraw the proposal too, and they do not want any sort of internal reservation, because they are happy with the overall 17% reservation that has been given to the community, but they do not want any sort of internal reservation. Therefore they protested when BY Vijayendra had gone over there to seek votes as well, because remember that he is also contesting from the Shikaripura Assembly constituency as well. And therefore now you can clearly see that the youths are shouting and stating that they do not want the Sadashiva Commission report to be implemented in the state of Karnataka, and they are stating that internal reservation should be scrapped completely, and they should also be allowed that 17% reservation category, and not what is only being given for the touchables.
Well, Prajwal, so is the Bomai government's implementation of its of the reservation, the tweaking of the reservation policy in the state, is that another factor that that the BJP could be fighting against this time around in these elections?
Absolutely. They will be definitely going ahead and facing a lot of flack and resistance from the people as well. First and foremost, that they had gone ahead and scrapped the 4% reservation for the Muslim category. That is one. And secondly, bringing in the internal reservation is something which had been the talk of the town. Because remember, in Shimoga, in Shikaripura mainly, there were over thousands of people who had stormed into B.S. Yediyurappa's residence and had also protested, stating that the internal reservation should be scrapped completely. But somewhere B.S. Yediyurappa reached out to the leaders from the Banjara, Banjara, Bhobi, the Kutcha and the Korma community, and he made them understand as to why the internal reservation was being put in over here, because we are speaking about over hundreds of castes over here in the scheduled caste as well, and they have been categorized into the SC left, SC right, the touchables and others as well. So now the category has been divided completely in this particular format, and therefore they are stating that there should have been no internal reservation. They welcome the government's move to increase the reservation from 15% to 17%, but there should be no sort of internal reservation. So therefore the government is still facing stiff resistance as well, because many of these community leaders have also asked their people to go ahead and boycott the elections, not only vote for the BJP but for the Congress and the JDS as well, and this could also go ahead and become quite instrumental on the outcome of the assembly elections in Karnataka.
Right, Prajwal. Well, thank you very much for joining us there and for explaining that to us. So these are visuals, people venting their ire against the BJP's implementation of internal reservation. Its internal reservation policy just now introduced by the Bomai government. Of course, well, that those changes have been scrapped. And in other breaking news that's coming in, at least 13 people were killed and 21 others were injured after Russian forces launched S-300 missiles in Sloviansk on Friday. Here's a report. In wake of double murder. And pilots' mega show of strength in Jaipur today, but Vadra Congress yet to find resolution on revolt.
What is most fundamentally important to us as a narrative for the next 5 years?
There can only be one narrative. There can only be one way forward. And that is development. Where a young democracy breathes, that we also celebrate on this journey of development, where we can actually lead change, not only for our country, men and women, but also for the world.
The tone of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
एक आसमां कम पड़ता है और आसमां मंगवा दो, है बेसब्र उड़ाने मेरी पंख ये नीले रंगवा दो। स्वप्न करोड़ों सत्य हो रहे, अब उनका सत्कार करो। मन में जो संकल्प तुम्हारे, अब उनका इजहार करो। निकल पड़ा है भारत मेरा, अब तुम जय जयकार करो।
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions to the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first. Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
5G सर्विस जो कि एक बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी सर्विस के तौर पर माना जा रहा है। भारत सबसे अधिक तीव्र गति से डिजिटलीकरण
Good morning and welcome. You are watching live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Now, the third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. It's got the biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again this year. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. Now, India's transformation for us is a time to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean for you? Now tell us what transformation means to you and send in your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses would get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And here's a quick look at the top headlines we're tracking here on Republic. Internet suspension is extended for 2 more days in Prayagraj in the wake of the double murder. After the BJP's ticket snub, Jagdish Shettar joins the Vadra Congress in battleground Karnataka. Big embarrassment for Yediyurappa as voters confront son and seek accountability. Cash for job scam explodes. Yet another TMC Neta now placed under arrest. Sachin Pilot's mega show of strength in Jaipur today, but will the Congress find a resolution to the revolt? Ahead of the key Supreme Court hearing on same-sex marriage, centre files an affidavit seeks dismissal of the plea. Well, as the DMK versus the Annamalai face-off continues to rage on in Chennai, in the latest development, Annamalai has now responded to DMK's legal notice, saying that he is ready for action. Now, this comes after the DMK issued a legal notice to Annamalai alleging defamation. The legal notice sought the removal of DMK files and also demanded damages to the tune of about 500 crore rupees. Now, the notice also warned of civil and criminal proceedings against Annamalai and his properties within 48 hours of receipt of this notice, failing to do so. Let's go across to Varshini. Varshini, good morning. Varshini is, of course, bringing us latest from Chennai. Varshini, obviously, we are seeing the peaking of this battle between the DMK and Annamalai. Give us a sense of the kind of reply we are seeing from Annamalai right now. All right, I think we've got some audio trouble over there. We're going to fix that audio with Varshini and go back to her in just a bit. I think, Varshini, your mic is muted, but we'll just come back to you. So the latest that we have on this, of course, is the fact that we are told that the DMK has slapped a 500 crore rupee notice. Annamalai is responding to the DMK legal notice, saying that he's ready to face any kind of legal action. Let me dip in once again to Varshini. Varshini, take us through the latest, please.
Well, Nupur, if you see, Annamalai has now given out a written statement to organizational secretary of the DMK, R.S. Bharati, who has filed this legal notice against Annamalai. And in this statement, Annamalai thanks R.S. Bharati initially for making sure that the website and the details of DMK files has been watched by every DMK member and for taking it across to the people. And he also speaks about how there are contradictory statements from R.S. Bharati himself regarding the allegations and accusations put forth by Annamalai, particularly the one concerning the DMK minister and chief minister's son, Udayanidhi Stalin. So he speaks about how the R.S. Bharati, while trying to explain it to the press, had to say contradictory answers, which just makes his claims even more worthier, is what he's mentioning. And he's also speaking about how R.S. Bharati has put out accusations against Annamalai in the public front, and if he also is now asking for a 500 crore demand for speaking about Annamalai in public, and he says that he will give a detailed response to the legal notice that was sent to him, and he will also be sending another legal notice back to the DMK organizational secretary R.S. Bharati for defaming Annamalai in public. So it's now becoming more of a tussle between DMK and Annamalai, where it has come to a point where allegations and accusations are coming back and forth from both the parties. Therefore, as of now, Annamalai has responded to the legal notice, saying that he is also going to come up with a defamatory suit against R.S. Bharati for speaking about how Annamalai has also taken money from a foundation called Arudra, where it was a finance company which laundered money from a lot of people. Therefore, it has now come to a point, like I said, Nupur, where both the parties, DMK and Annamalai, have now started to accuse each other and put forth allegations against each other. And we will have to see how this goes forward, Nupur.
Now, Annamalai, of course, has accused M.K. Stalin and his son-in-law, summaries, of laundering money and using it for their personal, personal good. Also saying that, this money was coming in from shell companies abroad. So give us more details about that. And Annamalai also, talked about some of the allegations about Udayanidhi Stalin.
Well, absolutely, Nupur. Annamalai spoke about how Udayanidhi Stalin was part of a company called Noble Private Limited, and this Noble Private Limited, he had resigned from the post of director during 2009, and recently last year when the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin went to the Dubai Expo, he had signed a 1,000 crore deal with a company called Noble Steels, which also come under the Noble group of companies. So Annamalai's question that was put forth was whether this company where Udayanidhi Stalin was a director of is coming and investing back in Tamil Nadu for 1,000 crores is, a convenient financial, dealing that the party and the company has is a question that Annamalai has raised. And the other question that he had raised is about the Alstom Metro Rail Phase 1 project that was given to Alstom.
I'm going to interrupt you there, Vashni. I'm going to come back to you. Kovai Satyan from the AIADMK is joining us right now. Kovai Satyan, good morning. Thank you for speaking to us. How do you see this latest round of allegations and counter-allegations that are flying between the DMK and Annamalai? Now, Annamalai, of course, says that he's ready to face all these legal challenges that have been posed by the DMK.
Whatever Annamalai said is not a surprise and it's not a news to anybody in Tamil Nadu. The person who came to Chennai as a ticketless traveler, his family is one of the richest in Asia right now. So he has just stated out the facts which is out in public domain. The only charges on corruption was with the CMRL of 200 crores. There is many more. There is a kickback of 250 crores in KTV from Swan Telecom, which is a part of 2G. There are many more corruptions which is still cases are pending. I think the onus is on Annamalai, the responsibility on him to take this to the next level, because they are BJP is in the center, government of the center, and they have all the agencies at their disposal. I think he should pursue this further and ensure that whatever he alleged is true.
All right, Mr. Satyan, thank you for joining us. So the AIADMK is saying that there is a lot to these allegations that have been made, and the BJP at the center must probe these allegations. Vashni reporting from Chennai. Thank you to you as well. And here's a look at the other top stories that we are tracking here. The Delhi government has called a special session of the Legislative Assembly on the 17th of April, a day after the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned to appear before the CBI in connection with the alleged excise policies case. Now, according to sources, the Assembly will discuss the fact that certain powers are creating an atmosphere against the development work being carried out by the Aam Aadmi Party-led Delhi government. Aam Aadmi Party's national spokesperson Saurabh Bhardwaj Thursday said that the party's candidates for mayor and deputy mayor will file their nominations today. The Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has written to the Prime Minister demanding the census be conducted in 2020, that was supposed to be conducted in 2021 be conducted right away, and a caste census be made an integral part of this. The former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's son and BJP The former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's son and the BJP candidate B. Vijendra faced a backlash of residents at Teralagatta village in Shikaripura district. Banjara people vented their anger against the BJP government for a decision on internal reservation for SCs and STs implementing the Sadashiv Commission report. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will address party rallies at Bhalki and Humanabad in Bidar district today ahead of the May 10 assembly elections in Karnataka. Several senior Congress leaders, including the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, Randeep Singh Surjewala and former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar are expected to participate in this rally. According to sources, the CBI has arrested the TMC MLA Jiban Krishna Saha in West Bengal in connection with the teachers' recruitment case. Days after 4 army personnel were killed at firing in Bathinda military station in Punjab, the police detained a Jiban in connection with the incident. Punjab police have registered a case against 2 unknown persons in connection with the firing at the Bathinda military station. The centre has filed a fresh application before the Supreme Court on the issue pertaining to legal recognition to same-sex marriages and raising questions on the maintainability of the petition as a preliminary issue, as the prayers made would entail the judicial creation of a social institution called marriage of a different kind than contemplated under the existing law. A fire call was received about a building collapse in the Jawalpuri area of Delhi. The building collapsed after a blast in an LPG cylinder. 8 people residing in their home were injured. No casualties have been reported. News just coming in. We are now learning that the Punjab BJP SC Morcha General Secretary Balwinder Gill has been shot by unidentified people in Amritsar. Now, he was admitted to hospital at about 10 last night. The bullet hit his chin, injuring his face. His lower jawbone, I think, is also fractured. He's believed to be out of danger right now. So that's the latest that we are getting in this particular case. The BJP leader Balwinder Gill has been shot at by miscreants. And this incident has been reported from Amritsar's Jandiala Guru area. He has been admitted to hospital and we are told that he is currently out of danger. The police, of course, have lodged an FIR in this case and are investigating who could be behind this. We are told that the bullet hit his face, injuring his lower jawbone.
रात को जिस हमारे कार्यकर्ता वो हमारे अध्यक्ष जनरल महामंत्री थे प्रदेश के एससी मोर्चा के, और मैं समझता हूँ कानून व्यवस्था जो पंजाब में बिल्कुल ही ख़त्म हो चुकी है। जिस तरह रोज़ के रोज़ नौजवानों का कत्ल किया जा रहा है और इसको भी घर में घुस के गोलियाँ मारी है। और देखो ये हमारा जो कार्यकर्ता था, ये जलंधर से वापस चुनाव की वहाँ पे ड्यूटी लगी हुई थी इसकी, वहाँ पे अपने घर पे जंडियाला आया और आते ही वो बंदा इसके अंदर घुस गया और 2 बंदे थे और उसने गोली चला दी और इस पर गोली लगी है। और मैं समझता हूँ ये एक दिन का प्लान नहीं, काफ़ी दिन का प्लान बन रहा होगा जो इस पर गोली चलाई है। और ये पंजाब में आम घटनाएं बन गई हैं। अगर हमारे जो सीनियर जो हमारे लीडर्स वो भी महफूज नहीं हैं, हम भी महफूज नहीं हैं, और हम कई बार अपने तरफ से भी पुलिस को लिख के दे चुके हैं कि हम टारगेट कर रहे हैं जब बीजेपी वालों को, और पुलिस इसमें कुछ हरकत नहीं कर रही। और हमने देखा कि वो वहाँ पे आके आया, वहाँ पे उसकी स्कैनिंग करवाई गई, उसके साथ कोई भी पुलिसकर्मी नहीं था। तो मैं समझता हूँ यहाँ पे ये प्रशासन और पंजाब सरकार जो है वो खुद ये काम करवा रही है।
Well, the BJP in Punjab, of course, saying that they believe that there have been deliberate lapses on part of the police in this particular case, also saying that the police is not providing adequate security to BJP leaders. Now, visuals on your screen are of Balwinder Gill, who is receiving treatment at a hospital. Let me go across to Amandeep, who's reporting live from Chandigarh on this one. Amandeep, the BJP, of course, says that they believe that this is a deliberate case of the police not providing adequate security to leaders from the BJP.
Well, absolutely, Nikhil. The point is that BJP is putting all the claims against the government and Aam Aadmi Party for not maintaining the law and order situation in Punjab. Just because the Balwinder Gill case is very much clear that example that how 2 armed men assailants a bike on covered faces, they just came and knocked the door of Balwinder's residence and shot at, and in fact managed to flee from that area. So now the Amritsar Rural Police is also investigating the case. SSP Amritsar Rural has ensured that justice will be delivered at very much earliest. But yes, the BJP says that just because the person was very much involved into the Jalandhar Bipoll campaigns, and after that, after his return to his residence, his incident reported. So they are putting all the political claims in Aam Aadmi Party and government as well regarding the lapses in law and order situation. Yes.
All right, that's a very poor audio connection that we have with Amandeep over there. We're going to fix that and go back to him in just a bit. But here's what we know so far. The BJP leader Balwinder Gill was shot at by unidentified people in Amritsar's Jandiala Guru area. Thereafter, of course, he is receiving treatment at a hospital. The BJP alleges that adequate security has not been provided to their leaders. On the phone line with me is Punjab BJP General Secretary Harjeet Grewal. Mr. Grewal, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Grewal, do you feel, all right, I'm afraid, that was a bad audio connection that we had with him. But let me go back to Amandeep, who is still reporting live from Chandigarh, if he's there with us. Amandeep, we were speaking about the fact that this is not being seen as a singular case by the BJP. Rather, they think that it is a larger case of the police not providing adequate security. All right, I think we don't have Amandeep, but I'm going to try and go across to the BJP leader, Harjeet Grewal, who's with us on the phone line. Mr. Grewal, if you can hear us. Mr. Grewal, how do you see this case? Do you see this perhaps as an isolated incident where security of a senior leader of the BJP seem to have been compromised, or do you see a larger sort of a scheme to this?
पंजाब में बहुत बड़ी समस्या है इस टाइम आम नागरिक भी सुरक्षित नहीं है सरकार सुरक्षा दे ये इतना जरूरी नहीं होता कई ऐसी बातें हो जाती हैं मगर सरकार सुरक्षित महसूस करवाए वो लोगों को महसूस भी नहीं हो रहा लोग इनसिक्योर फील कर रहे हैं कि असुरक्षित महसूस कर रहे हैं तो हमारा ये कहना है कि पंजाब में बिजनेस का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर जब खराब होगा तो बिजनेस भी ठीक नहीं होता और हर तरह से इस टाइम अफरा तफरी है और मुख्यमंत्री हमारे जाके बैठे हुए हैं केजरीवाल जी को सीबीआई से बचाने के लिए अरे भाई सीबीआई को केजरीवाल जी जवाब दे देंगे अगर वो दोषी नहीं होंगे उनको छोड़ देंगे क्या ये हल्ला कर रहे हो वो कह रहे हैं मैं कट्टर ईमानदार हूँ मेरे को क्यों बुला रहे हैं ये तो इन्हीं बातों के झगड़े में पड़े हुए हैं प्रशासनिक जो काम होने चाहिए और जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव वर्क होना चाहिए वो पंजाब में नहीं हो रहा और पुलिस को भी डिमोरलाइज करते हैं ये लोग सियासत में बांट के तो इस टाइम बिना किसी भेदभाव के जैसे योगी जी करते हैं इस तरह से होना चाहिए नहीं तो ये पंजाब सुरक्षित महसूस नहीं कर पाओगे पॉलिटिकल लोगों के लिए बहुत बड़ी दिक्कत हो जाएगी आगे चलकर
All right, Mr. Grewal, thank you for joining us. So the BJP over there saying that this is a larger law and order failure that we are seeing in the state of Punjab. You are watching Republic TV. On the other side, more news coming your way, including cash for job scam explodes. Yet another TMC Neta is now placed under arrest. And ahead of key Supreme Court hearing on same-sex marriages, the centre files an affidavit seeks dismissal of claim.
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
एक आसमां कम पड़ता है और आसमां मंगवा दो है बेसब्र उड़ाने मेरी पंख ये नीले रंगवा दो स्वप्न करोड़ों सत्य हो रहे अब उनका सत्कार करो मन में जो संकल्प तुम्हारे अब उनका इजहार करो निकल पड़ा है भारत मेरा अब तुम जय जयकार करो
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first. Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
Here's a look at the top sport action this morning. Ahead of the upcoming IPL 2023 match against the Royal Challengers Bangalore, the Chennai Super Kings captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has commenced his preparation by hitting massive sixes in a practice session at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Rajasthan Royals defeated the Gujarat Titans by 3 wickets in what turned out to be another last-over thriller at the Narendra Modi Stadium. Kolkata Knight Riders lost their second consecutive match as the Mumbai Indians defeated them by 5 wickets at the Wankhede Stadium. Despite Venkatesh Iyer's maiden IPL century, their bowling department did not live up to expectations. Captain Nitesh Rana had to go at his bowlers after the game. Cricket world was disrupted when Arjun Tendulkar finally made his debut for the Mumbai Indians against the Kolkata Knight Riders. The bowling all-rounder had the chance of donning the blue jersey but did not fare well on his IPL debut. The 23-year-old conceded 17 runs in his 2-over spell. The Virat Kohli versus Sourav Ganguly controversy has taken another sharp turn as the former Royal Challengers Bangalore has reportedly unfollowed the former KKR skipper on Instagram. Arsenal threw away another 2-goal lead to draw 2-2 at West Ham on Sunday and prompted further questions over the IPL League's title bid. The 22-time Grand Slam winner Rafael Nadal said that he will miss the Barcelona Open, leaving him without another clay court tournament to prepare for the French Open as he is not fully recovered from a left hip flexor injury. You are with Republic, and still to come, after the BJP's ticket snub, Jagdish Shettar now joins the Congress party. And big embarrassment by Yediyurappa as voters confront his son and ask for accountability.
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goals. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first. Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
5G सर्विस जो कि
Very good morning. India's biggest news event is back. The 3rd edition of Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again this year. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation for us, is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. So what does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you, and even send us videos on the WhatsApp number 73044343381, and the most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. So join us in celebrating this time of transformation. Let's get started, beginning first with the top headlines at 11 a.m. Internet suspension extended for 2 more days in Prayagraj in wake of the Dabri Molly. After BJP ticket snub, Jagdish Shettar joins Badra Congress in battleground Karnataka. Big embarrassment for Yediyurappa as voters confront son and seek accountability. Cash for job scam explodes, yet another TMC Neta now placed under arrest. Pilots mega show of strength in Jaipur today, but Vadra Congress yet to find resolution on the revolt. Ahead of key Supreme Court hearing on same-sex marriage, Centre files affidavit, seeks dismissal of the plea. And our top focus remains all the developments from the state of Uttar Pradesh in the aftermath of Prayagraj double murder. Heavy police security has been deployed, and internet suspension meanwhile has further been increased by 2 more days in Prayagraj. Remember, this comes after gangster politician Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf were shot dead in full media glare the previous night, which is on Saturday. Meanwhile, prohibitory orders under Section 144 have been issued in all districts of Uttar Pradesh to prevent any untoward incidents. So that's of course the latest coming in. Let's go across to Tanisha, who's reporting live from Prayagraj. Tanisha, to begin with, do we have any update or the details that we're looking for in terms of the autopsy report of Atiq and Ashraf?
Samiksha, a very, very good morning to you. The autopsy was conducted last night, and soon after that, both the deadly gangsters were brought here, where I am right now at the burial ground. This is the Kasari Masari burial ground, where both Atiq and Ashraf had been laid to rest. The prelim report in the autopsy, the post-mortem report tells us that there were 9 bullets that were fired in Atiq Ahmed. As far as we know through sources, there were 3 bullets found in his forehead. The other 3 were found in his chest, and the rest 3 were found in other parts of the body, starting from his arms and even his legs. So it's extremely important to note here that the shooters that we are talking about, the 3 assailants, were masquerading as local journalists. The prelim report of the post-mortem, we are expecting it to be out today. However, the reports have already been taken by the CMO. When we did have a word with him, and then he told us that the post-mortem report will be released today officially at around evening time. So that is about the post-mortem. Talking about the recent updates that we have in the case, Samiksha, is that the internet suspension continues in the state, in the city of Prayagraj, where most of the places yesterday the internet was brought back. However, today it was suspended again, keeping in mind the sensitivity of the situation. Let me give you a sense of where I am right now. I am at this Kasari Masari graveyard, where Atiq and Ashraf have been laid to rest. Right in front of you, the two burial that you see there are of the deadly gangsters Atiq and Ashraf. And it is also important to note that right beside where Atiq and Ashraf have been laid to rest is the burial of his son, of Atiq's son Asad. So there's this very uneasy calm, Samiksha, that is prevailing here in the city of Prayagraj. Back to studios.
All right, Tanisha, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you. So, Tanisha, they're reporting live from that burial ground where Atiq and Ashraf have been buried following that post-mortem which was conducted last evening. And to more news coming in, this one in relation to the same-sex debate in the top court. We understand that the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights has moved the top court against legal recognition for same-sex marriage, telling Supreme Court that adoption of children be not allowed by same-sex couples, saying that, and I quote what the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights has said in its plea, saying that children raised by same-sex parents may have limited exposure to traditional gender role model, which could impact their understanding of gender roles and identity. Exposure of these children would be limited and their overall personality growth would be affected. So the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights opposing the same-sex marriage, saying that the same-sex couple do not raise the children they adopt, adequately. Let's go across to Sambhav for more details. Sambhav, it's the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights opposing the same-sex marriage. Take us through the details of this argument there being made in the plea by the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights.
Well, apart from National Commission, there are other governments like Gujarat government, Madhya Pradesh government has also filed petition in the Supreme Court, of which Supreme Court agrees to hear the petition. And speaking of exactly regarding this National Commission for Protection of Child Rights petition in the Supreme Court, basically they are saying in the petition that children raised by same-sex parents may have limited exposure to traditional gender role model, which could impact their understanding of gender roles and identity. This is the crux of the petition moved by NCPCR in the Supreme Court. And apart from it, the petition also reads the exposure of these children would be limited and their overall personality growth would be affected. This is the petition in the Supreme Court, of which the Apex Court will hear the matter on the same-sex marriage tomorrow, that is 18th of April. And plus this, there are other petitions like the petition moved by the centre, the petition moved by the Gujarat government and the Madhya Pradesh government, and it is most likely that tomorrow all the petitions will be heard together in the top court of the country regarding the same-sex marriage issue.
All right, Sambhav, stay with us, and also to tell our viewers again a recap of what we know so far. The NCPCR has moved the top court against the legal recognition of same-sex marriage, saying that the same-sex couple who adopt children do not raise the children adopted adequately, which is precisely why they say they've moved the top court. The NCPCR has stated that children raised by same-sex parents may have limited exposure to traditional gender role model, which could impact their understanding of gender roles and identity, and exposure of these children would be limited and their overall personality development would be affected. So that's the argument there that's been made by the NCPCR opposing the same-sex marriage, saying that the children who are adopted by the same-sex couple have limited exposure to traditional gender role model, which could impact their understanding of gender roles and identity. And a quick roundup of news in brief from across the country. The Delhi government has called a special session of the Legislative Assembly today, a day after Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was summoned by the CBI in connection with the liquor policy scam. AAP National spokesperson Saurabh Bharadwaj on Thursday has said that the party's candidates for mayor and deputy mayor will file the nominations today. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has written to Prime Minister Modi demanding that the decennial census that should have been conducted in 2021 be done right away and a caste census be made its integral part. Former Chief Minister B.S. And former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's son and BJP candidate B.Y. Vijendra faced a backlash of residents in Shikaripura district of Karnataka. The people vented their ire against the BJP government for decision on internal reservation for the SCs and implementing the Sadashiva Commission report. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will address party rallies in Bidar district today ahead of the assembly polls in the state. Several senior Congress leaders, including the likes of the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, Randeep Singh Surjewala and former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah are expected to participate in the rally that would be addressed by Rahul Gandhi. According to sources, the CBI has arrested TMC MLA Jiban Krishna Saha in West Bengal in connection with teachers' recruitment scam case. Days after 4 army personnel were killed in fighting at Bathinda military station in Punjab, the police has detained a Jawan in connection with the incident. The Punjab police had registered a case against 2 unknown persons in connection with the fighting at the Bathinda military station last week. Centre has filed a fresh application before the top court on the issue pertaining to legal recognition of the same-sex marriage and raised the question on the maintainability of the petitions as a preliminary issue as the prayers made would entail the judicial creation of social institution called marriage of different kind than contemplated under the existing law. A fire call was received about a building collapse in Javalpuri area of the national capital. The building collapsed after a blast in an LPG cylinder. 8 people residing in the house were injured in the incident. However, no casualties were reported. And moving on to the other big story we've been tracking from the state of Karnataka, where the elections are due for in the next month. In fact, we're given to understand that the resignation of Jagdish Shettar has come as a big setback for the BJP after the latter has now joined the Congress. He's officially been inducted in the Congress party. So the former Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar, who has been officially inducted in the Grand Old Party ahead of May 10th, assembly elections in the state of Karnataka. Remember, Shettar said that he was denied a ticket from the Hubballi Dharwad area, and which is why he feels disgruntled and humiliated, following which he's now joined the Congress.
One thing is clear, that BJP has put the entire Lingayat leadership of the state in deep freezer. BJP is disrespecting Lingayat community. It also includes Yadurappa ji, whose statements nowadays are prepared by ED and income tax against his own will. And we all know how he is being humiliated and sidestepped, that he has to now serve under Shobha Karandaje as a member of their committee. So there is no role and responsibility. Lakshman Swadi Sahab, whether Jagdish Shettar Sahab, whether even Mr. Yadurappa and all other leadership of the Lingayat community is being deliberately humiliated. There is ample space, along with our brothers and sisters of SC, ST, OBC, poor and middle class, for both Lingayat as also Vokaliga communities. We all have to rise in unison and work together.
All right, let's go across to Prajwal, who's been following the story very closely. Prajwal, to begin with, the Congress, they're making a big charge that the entire Lingayat community has been time and again disrespected by the BJP. Any response that we have from the BJP as of yet to this big charge that's been made by the Grand Old Party?
You know, the BJP so far has remained silent on the quitting of Jagdish Shettar as well, because yesterday we saw that BS Yadurappa did go ahead and try to do some damage control by addressing a press meet where he mentioned 3 important things here, Samiksha. One, stating that the BJP party has given a lot of respect and also position to Jagdish Shettar, and he was also made the Chief Minister by the BJP themselves. He was also an integral part of the core committee, and the BJP had made sure that the supporters of Jagdish Shettar will also be given a ticket. And thirdly, that this time around the BJP is trying to go ahead and make faces or project faces in the upcoming elections so that it will be a change from the old guard to the new guard as well. But all said and done, finally they were not able to convince Jagdish Shettar as well. Yes. And after a series of marathon meetings...
Yes, Prajwal, stay with us. I'm going to come back to you. Let's go across to S. Prakash of the BJP from Karnataka joining us. Mr. Prakash, would you want to respond to the Congress big charge saying that the Lingayat community has been disrespected by the BJP? One, and also would you tell us if the BJP tried to assuage the concerns of the former Karnataka Chief Minister?
No, it is very unfortunate that Jagdish Shettar chose to put party in Congress. He should have gracefully stepped aside to make way for new faces.
All right, Mr. Prakash, I understand, I think we have a network problem there. We'll try and connect with Mr. Prakash again, but let's go back to Prajwal. Prajwal, the question we wanted to ask was, did the BJP even try to allay the concerns of the former Karnataka Chief Minister?
You know, the BJP has now and then again been making efforts to go ahead and reach out to its leaders as well. But somewhere Jagdish Shettar was quite unhappy with how he was being treated too, especially by some of the state leaders, because he did not take any names, but he's stating that whatever message that was supposed to be given to the High Command was not able to reach out because he's blaming the Karnataka state election in charges, Dharmendra Pradhan and Mansukh Singh Mandavia, stating that both of them did not help him to reach out to the BJP High Command too. And the BJP National President JP Nadda had almost convinced him, stating that he will be given a position in the party as well. But seems like that did not go ahead too. And talks did fail out as well, because we saw Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai and also Dharmendra Pradhan and Union Minister Prahlad Joshi too reaching out to Jagdish Shettar multiple times. But seems like his problems and concerns was not addressed by the BJP party. And therefore he was...
Prajwal, stay with us. I think we have Mr. Prakash back with us. Mr. Prakash, the question we wanted to ask here was, did the BJP try to allay the concerns of Jagdish Shettar?
No, it is very unfortunate. Mr. Jagdish Shettar, who was our senior most leader, twice the president, chief minister, opposition leader, has chosen to go to the Congress party just for the sake of an MLA seat. For his towering personality, he should have raised above all this petty politics and emerged as a role model. And his absence, his exit will not make any difference to the BJP's prospects in the Karnataka state. He has lost all his credibility today, and he's bound to lose his seat in Hubli, Dharwad. The people will reject him outright.
So, Mr. Prakash, so are you saying that which is the reason why the BJP did not give him the ticket from the Hubali-Dharwad region?
No, the reason behind denying ticket to him was Chief Minister earlier. Now again they are seeking a MLA seat, and to remain as an MLA was not fair. He should have made way for the new faces. Anyway, he had age behind him. He could have definitely accommodated in some other role. But he was in a hurry. He wanted only to become a MLA. Such petty politics is very unfortunate. He never expected from such a senior leader.
All right, Mr. Prakash, we leave it at that. But the point here also being the fact that he's been a 6-time MLA, he's been the former chief minister, and yet he was denied a ticket. And as you're saying, he could have been accommodated in the third list. But the question here being that why was he denied a ticket in the first and the second list in the first place? Moving then in news from the state of Punjab, wherein a big lead in the Bathinda military station firing that claimed lives of 4 Jawans, the eyewitnesses soldier Mohan Desai has now turned out to be the assailant and now has been arrested by the cops as well. He gave a statement to mislead the investigation. Killing 4 Jawans due to personal enmity is what is being said to be the reason. The accused, we understand, will be produced in court today.
Bathinda police has cracked the case in which 4 Indian Army Jawans were killed in firing incident inside Bathinda military station, in which 4 Jawans were killed. Important to mention that the person who was the eyewitness to this entire incident turns out to be murdered. Indian Army Jawan, who has been identified as Mohan Desai, has been placed under arrest by the Bathinda police, and he will be produced before the court today. He, in a bid to mislead the investigation, tried to come out with a theory that 2 persons carried out the killing of 4 army Jawans inside the military station. But when the thorough investigation was launched and several of the army Jawans were questioned by the police with regards to the series of events, it turns out that the person who was an eyewitness was the one who carried out this entire episode, in which 4 Jawans of the Indian Army were killed inside the Bathinda military station, was done by him only due to personal enmity. With Sir Shivakumar, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
All right, in news that's just coming in from Mumbai, where the Economic Offences Wing has begun preliminary inquiry in connection to Uddhav faction leader Ravindra Vakar in the 500 crore scam case. Now, as per the complaint that's been filed by Maharashtra BJP leader Kirit Somaiya, the Uddhav faction leader and his associates fraudulently got approval for 5-star hotel by the Mumbai local body. The plot, which is reserved for garden, they allegedly earned 500 crore illegal benefit from it and is expected to earn 5 crore after the construction is completed on the said plot. So trouble they're mounting for Uddhav faction leader who's now in the dock over corruption case. The EOW has summoned top BMC officials in this regard, and they've been asked to be present for the questioning with relevant documents as well. Let's go across to Sandeep, who's joining us live from Mumbai. Sandeep, if you can once again give us details of this case and the charges for which we understand the Uddhav faction leader would be interrogated.
Yes, BJP leader Atiq Ahmed had filed a complaint at Mumbai's Azad Maidan police station alleging that the Vaikar, one of the close aide of Uddhav Thackeray, and in fact alleging that he had bought a property in Mumbai's Jogeshwari area. The plot belongs to Garden, the reserve for Garden, and in fact that is around 28,000 square feet of area which has been in fact illegally occupied by Ravindra Vaikar. It is being said that BMC officials helped Ravindra Vaikar to get this very plot, and in fact construction work is underway. As far as the allegations of Kirit Somaiya is concerned, he claimed that 500 crores has been already benefited to Ravindra Vaikar through this deal, and in fact annually he could earn more than 500 crore in upcoming if the plot is all set to ready. And in fact following which as the complaint is being transferred to economic offences wing of Mumbai police. Now a preliminary inquiry has been started by EOW, and in fact the BMC officials from Garden and Building Department have been in fact summoned, and they will be questioned by EOW once their testimonies has been recorded, and if anything foul play is been found by EOW, then EOW will be processed with the FIR, and in fact later on this could lead to more problems for Ravindra Vaikar, who is the close aide of Uddhav Thackeray. And in fact most likely if at all the FIR get registered in this case, then Enforcement Directorate could register the ECIR in this case. So definitely big problems coming up for Ravindra Vaikar.
All right, Sandeep, stay with us. Let's go across to BJP leader Kirit Somaiya also joining us. Mr. Somaiya, that's a big charge that's been made. Corruption charge against the Uddhav faction leader. If you can take us through those allegations that have been made and the charges for which the EOW would be interrogating this leader.
Actually, in 2021, Uddhav Thackeray, the chief minister, abusing his power, authority, misusing urban development and municipal corporation, he gave sanction for 3 illegal projects. Mahakali Caves FSI was given to Avinash Bhosle's company. Then the road which goes to Mahakali Caves, for that also FSI TDR was given illegally. I went ahead, filed complaint. Both these orders of Uddhav Thackeray have been scrapped. And the third one, he gave sanction to Ravindra Vaikar's 5-star hotel, 2 lakh square feet, with 500 crore fraud. BMC, after my complaint, last month issued show cause notice, and that's why I approached.
Mr. Somaiya, quickly just one follow-up question before we let you go. Are you saying that some of the BMC officials were also in most probability in cahoots with this leader in connection with this case?
All the documents I have with me, I was submitted to the Azad. I filed a police complaint with the Azad Maidan police station, and now I think the economic offence wing of Mumbai has initiated further investigation.
All right, Kirit Somaiya, they're speaking to us on the big news that's just coming in from Mumbai, where the EOW has begun preliminary inquiry in connection with a case against Ravindra Vaikar. In fact, we're given to understand that the EOW has even summoned top BMC officials in this regard. Let's also take a word from Atul Bhatkalkar of the BJP also joining us. Mr. Bhatkalkar, what do you have to say about this big charge against Ravindra Vaikar? We understand that some of the BMC officials have also been summoned by the officials in this case.
Yeah, Mr. Kirit Somay has launched complaint with the proof. And so Vaikar has to give explanation, and not only Ravindra Vaikar, but BMC officials who has done all these things. They have to give their explanation, and if there is anything problematic, illegal, then action will be taken regardless of the stature of the person or who he may be.
All right, we leave it at that. So Atul Bhatkalkar of the BJP there saying that the rot runs deep. Remains to be seen what really comes out of it. But for now, EOW intensifying its probe in connection with Ravindra Vaikar 500 crore scam case. We slip into a very short break. Coming up on the other side, the latest from poll-bound state Karnataka, where after BJP tickets now, Jagdish Shettar joins Wadra Congress. And it's a big embarrassment for Yediyurappa as voters confront son and seek accountability.
5G सर्विस जो कि एक बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी सर्विस के तौर पर माना जा रहा है। भारत सबसे अधिक तीव्र गति से डिजिटलीकरण करने वाली इकोनॉमी है।
All of the BJP leadership, everyone is criticizing the Mahagathbandhan, but Gadkari is one senior leader in the BJP who has never taken on the Gathbandhan.
महागठबंधन जो वीक है, जो डिफीटेड है, ऐसे अशक्त लोगों की अलायंस का नाम है महागठबंधन।
Today we recall the patriotism of those brave service officers, police persons, civilians who rubbed their shoulders to defeat terrorism at Mumbai, and the patriotic fervor that was generated by them, I think has generated a new kind of nationalism amongst the citizens of our country.
Mediation will work when there is uncertainty of winning by any one party. इसलिए जो judgment आया यही सबसे उत्तम है. This puts an end to the whole issue.
Assertive 1% that wants to open the wounds again. They do not operate only by the verdict of the court.
How tough is it for a sportsman or an athlete to get out of this phase and emerge victorious eventually?
The contest between the ball and a bat, I think whether it's the World Cup final or it's any other game, I know it's difficult. It's difficult to accept that it's another game of cricket, but that is how a sportsman needs to think, and that is how I prepared myself. Because ultimately, whether it's the World Cup final or it's the first game of the World Cup, the contest is not the World Cup final. The contest is between the bowler and a batsman. So ultimately, I have to beat the next ball which I end up playing, and I've got to do the best of my whatever I could of the next particular delivery. So that is how I approach both the World Cup finals. Rather than thinking about the platform, rather than thinking about the occasion, it is about just watching the ball and reacting to it.
What is most
Good morning. Now, the third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers and the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again. Now, India's biggest news event is the Republic Summit by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And here's a look at the headlines at 11:30 this morning. Internet suspension is extended for 2 more days in Prayagraj in wake of the double murder. After BJP ticket snub, that Jagdish Shettar joins the Congress party in battleground Karnataka. Big embarrassment from Yediyurappa as voters confront his son and seek accountability. The cash for job scam explodes. Yet another TMC Neta is now placed under arrest. Sachin Pilot's mega show of strength in Jaipur today. The Congress is yet to find a resolution to this revolt. Ahead of the key Supreme Court hearing on same-sex marriage, Centre files an affidavit, seeks dismissal of the plea. Well, the former Karnataka Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar has decided to quit the BJP and joined the Congress party a short while ago. Now, this, of course, will come as a huge jolt for the BJP. Jagdish Shettar, the former Chief Minister, does hold a lot of sway in the Hubli-Dharwar belt, and hence this is going to be something that the BJP will have to deal with in its aftermath. Of course, now Jagdish Shettar, the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, resigned from the BJP after the party denied him a ticket to contest the assembly elections that take place on the 10th of May. Let's listen into what the Congress party has said on him joining the Congress.
Including Yediyurappa, Shettar, Saudi, all of them have been humiliated, hurt. How they supported Congress party at the time of SM Krishna ji. The entire Lingayat community will support the Congress party.
And Prajwal is reporting live from Bengaluru on this. Prajwal, you know, the narrative that's being used by the Congress party at this point in time is that they see this as an anti-Lingayat move by the BJP. And, you know, if you just heard that reaction that we got from DK Shivakumar, the wider, messaging that they are doing right now is that the BJP is ignoring the Lingayats, and hence, you know, the top leadership of the BJP, which is from the Lingayat community, is now turning towards the Congress.
Absolutely, because so far now, if you look at the sort of resignations that have come in as well, Nupur, out of the 16 of them who have resigned, 7 of them are prominent leaders from the Lingayat community as well. And this could go ahead and change the entire narrative of the upcoming elections in Karnataka too, because somewhere now this charge that is being made by the Congress is something which is big. And also a prominent leader from the Lingayat community, such as Jagdish Shettar himself quitting the party, is definitely not creating confidence within the BJP cadres as well. And somewhere the entire BJP unit in the Hubballi Karnataka region, in Hubballi Dharwad, which is the Kittur Karnataka region, is shaken up because of Jagdish Shettar's resignation. And apart from which, let us also not forget the fact that 16 corporators too have resigned. All of them are supporters of Jagdish Shettar. They have also resigned from the primary membership of the party as well. And somewhere the High Command was not able to reach out to Jagdish Shettar. This is the sort of narrative that is being set by the Congress as well. And also Jagdish Shettar himself has gone ahead and stated that he was quite unhappy with the party because he has been ignored now and then since the past 6 months too. But somewhere the BJP did go ahead and try to make its best efforts in reaching out, where Union Ministers Prahlad Joshi as well as Dharmendra Pradhan also reached out to him, but he was not happy as well, because Jagdish Shettar states that he should be given permission for one last time to go ahead and contest from the Hubballi Central Assembly constituency 2022, so that he can only go ahead and work as an MLA, and he does not need any sort of, he does not need any sort of other position in the party too. So this is turning out to be quite a tough nut for the Congress for the BJP in the state of Karnataka to crack by. But we will also need to remember the fact that B.S. Yediyurappa is still the tallest Lingayat leader as well, and he stated that it is his responsibility to go ahead and ensure the victory of the BJP in both the Athani Assembly constituency as well as the Hubli Central constituency.
All right, stay with us. We're going to come back to you. Let's also listen into, what the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge had to say about this.
कर्नाटक है, बाद में बात करूंगा मैं। देखता है, ठीक है, देखेंगे। देखिए, एक नए हमारे को एक सीनियर लीडर हमारे को बीजेपी से अपने स्वाभिमान को जब धक्का हुआ तो वो आ गए हैं, तो उनका स्वागत मैं कर रहा हूं और उनके आने से कांग्रेस को बहुत बड़ा फायदा होगा। और उनके पीरियड में उन्होंने विरोध यानी अपोजिशन पार्टी के लीडर के रूप में, उन्होंने अपने चीफ मिनिस्टर के रूप में, मिनिस्टर के रूप में, जनता पार्टी के बीजेपी के अध्यक्ष के रूप में हर इसमें उन्होंने काम किया। ऐसे व्यक्ति जब हमसे जुड़ जाते हैं तो नेचुरली और भी शक्ति हमको मिलती है। और इसीलिए जगदीश शेट्टार साहब को और हमारे जो पाटिल साहब है, उनको दोनों को मैं स्वागत करता हूं। उससे पार्टी को और मजबूती मिलेगी और एक होकर हम पूरा काम करेंगे। बाकी का तो हमारे सारे नेता लोग, जो हमारे पीसीसी प्रेसिडेंट है, सीएलपी लीडर है, कैंपेन कमेटी चेयरमैन है, बहुत से और भी लीडर्स हैं, उनका इसी वजह से पोस्ट नहीं है, नाम नहीं है, लेकिन वो पार्टी में मैटर करते हैं। तो बहुत से चीज़ें अब हमारी शक्ति जुड़ गई है। राहुल गांधी जी जो कहते थे और कल उन्होंने कहा कोलार में कि हमको आप 150 सीट से ज़्यादा दो, उसका मतलब यही है कि बीजेपी तोड़ फोड़ के सरकार न बनाए, खरीद परोस के सरकार न बनाए, पैसे से, ईडी से, सीबीआई से ऐसा डरा के हमारी सरकार न तोड़े। इसीलिए मैक्सिमम सीट कांग्रेस को मिलना ये एक ही हमारा निशाना है और उस निशान को, उस टारगेट को साधने के लिए हम पूरे लोग कोशिश करेंगे। और मैं फिर तहे दिल से उनका स्वागत करता हूँ।
Go across to Prajwal right now. Prajwal, we just heard Kharge over there talk of the fact that the Congress party thinks that Jagdish Shettar's entry into the Congress is going to give them a huge boost, at least in the Hubli-Dharwad region. But give us a sense of how the BJP is now going to be able to fight that, because at the end of the day, Jagdish Shettar has been a 6-time MLA from that region, and he did win each of these elections with quite a huge margin, and he's also spoken about that.
Absolutely. Jagdish Shettar has won by huge margins in all the 6 assembly elections that he's gone ahead and contested from. And also now the BJP, to go ahead and counter this, will have to go ahead and get B.S. Yediyurappa to campaign extensively in the Hubli-Dharwad region as well. Because now there has already been an internal survey which was conducted by the BJP, which stated that Jagdish Shettar has influence not only on his assembly constituency or Hubli-Dharwad region, but also on 25 assembly constituencies, which is dominated by the Lingayat community as well. And let's also not forget the fact that he's been one of the tallest leaders for the BJP in the North Karnataka region, and he has been responsible for building the party up from scratch since the days of Anant Kumar and B.S. Yediyurappa. Along with them, he's also built the party too. So somewhere now, B.S. Yediyurappa has himself taken the responsibility upon himself to ensure the victory of the BJP candidates in the Hubli-Dharwad region and the Kittur Karnataka region as well. Because otherwise, this could go ahead and then split the votes of of the Lingayat community too. And let's also not forget that Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai is also from the Shigaon Assembly constituency in Haveri as well, and he is also considered to be one of the tallest leaders from the community, and he too will be campaigning extensively in the Hubballi-Dharwad region. But undoubtedly this is definitely a huge setback for the BJP party ahead of the elections as well, and now they would go ahead and then also make sure that they again reach out to the booth level workers too, because somewhere the BJP believes that a strong foundation has already been built by the party in strengthening its cadres as well, and now we will have to see as to what will be their next step in this regard.
All right, Prajwal, of course, is reporting on this from Bengaluru. Prajwal, for the moment, thank you for joining us. Prajwal bringing us the latest updates. Of course, we have also got a reaction from Mr. Shettar, which we will play later on. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. The Delhi government has called for a special session of the Legislative Assembly after Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was summoned to appear before the CBI in connection with the alleged excise policy scam. According to sources, the Assembly will discuss the fact that certain powers are creating an atmosphere against the development work that's being carried out by the AAP-led Delhi government. The Aam Aadmi Party's national spokesperson Saurabh Bhardwaj Thursday said that the party's candidates for mayor and deputy mayor will file their nominations today. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has written to the Prime Minister demanding that the census that should have been conducted in 2021 be done right away, and a caste census should also be made an integral part of that. Former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's son and BJP candidate B.Y. Vijendra has faced a backlash of residents at the Taralghata village in Shikaripura district. Banjara people went against the BJP government for the decision on internal reservation for the SCs and implementation of the Sadashiv committee report. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will address party rallies in Bidar today ahead of the May 10 Assembly elections in Karnataka. Several senior Congress leaders, including the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, Randeep Singh Surjewala and former Chief Minister Siddharamaiah and D.K. Shivakumar are expected to participate in that rally. TMC MLA Jiban Krishna Saha has been arrested after 3 days of questioning in the cash for job scam. He is the third TMC leader to be arrested in the cash for job scam. Days after 4 army personnel were killed in firing at the Bathinda military station in Punjab, the police has detained a Jiban in connection with the incident. The Punjab police has registered a case against 2 unknown persons in connection with firing at the Bathinda military station. The centre has filed a fresh application before the Supreme Court questioning the validity of petitions seeking legal recognition of same-sex marriages. The centre contended that the plea for a social institution called marriage of a different kind than contemplated under existing law is beyond the purview of the judiciary. The centre has filed a fire call was received about a building collapse in the Jawalpuri area of Delhi. The building collapsed after a blast in the LPG cylinder. 8 people have been injured. Now, the TMC MLA Jiban Krishna Saha has been arrested after 3 days of questioning. The CBI arrested him early this morning. A mobile phone we understand is still missing, and the CBI is looking for it. The CBI is taking the help of digital experts to be able to crack the case. I'm going to go across to Kishale, who's reporting from our Bangla newsroom in Kolkata and has more information on this case. Kishale, give us more details in terms of, what the CBI believes was the role of this TMC MLA.
Well, Nupur, exactly. I'll be giving you latest updates and live updates on this issue. Jiban Krishna Saha has been brought to Kolkata from his constituency of Borough and Murshidabad, and he has been brought to Kolkata to Nizam Palace, which is the CBI headquarters here in Kolkata. He has been arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation today morning around 5:15 a.m. 3 days back, CBI team reached his house and there was a continuous questioning and interrogation at his house. When the CBI was interrogating this particular Trinamool Congress TMC MLA, he threw away his phones, he threw away his mobile phones into a water body so that the CBI cannot get hold of all the information that was hiding in those phones. However, the CBI arranged for taking out all the water from the water body and then recovered those phones. One of the phones have been recovered, and then based on the evidences that was found from the phone and other documents that was available, CBI arrested another Trinamool Congress MLA today. This is the third TMC MLA arrested in job scam, recruitment scam, cash for job scam, what it has been called multiple times. And this third TMC MLA has been brought to Kolkata, and while bringing him to Kolkata, our reporter was chasing all the way through the convoy, and they asked the particular TMC MLA that what he has to say about this whole issue. Why did he steal jobs of innocent candidates? But he did not answer. Let me tell you a very important aspect of this particular breaking. That is, this particular TMC MLA is thought to have conducted a scam of 500 crore rupees. Just this one TMC MLA is said to have alleged, the allegation is that this one TMC MLA has conducted a scam of 500 crores. He used to collect 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs from candidates who used to aspire for the job but were not eligible. He used to collect that money and give them jobs because he was close to Partho Chatterjee and other ministers and other officials in the ministry, and that job was given to those candidates. And this MLA has now been arrested, worth rupees 500 crore scam on his head. And also a breaking is, he was also connected to cattle smuggling, which was Anubroto Mondol's arena of playing. So he was connected to job scam and also cattle smuggling scam. So the big breaking right now in Bengal is this TMC MLA, the third one to be arrested, third TMC MLA to be arrested, has been brought to Kolkata. Now will be taken for medical test and then will be produced in court. CBI will be asking for getting this person in their custody for a longer time to question them. Nupur.
All right. So as Krishna is pointing out, of course, the CBI is looking into this case and is also perhaps looking at a larger picture in terms of who are the others who were involved in this scam. Now, Krishna, give us a sense of, how this scam actually took place. Now, 3 of these MLAs from the TMC have already been arrested by the CBI, and the extent of this seems to now be growing bigger.
Exactly, Nupur, as you put rightly, very rightly, that it's becoming bigger and bigger. The amount of money of the scam is getting bigger. The name of the people who are connected, the leaders, that's getting bigger. Also, what is getting bigger is the extent of the scam. How many people were involved? The breaking is, from after interrogating Jiban Krishna Saha and going through the documents that were recovered, 8 to 10 more TMC MLAs are now in CBI radar. That's a big breaking right now, that 8 to 10 more TMC MLAs are now in CBI radar after the questioning of Jiban Krishna Saha and going through the documents and his phone. They have found 8 to 10 more TMC MLAs to be connected to this whole job scam. As you were asking, how did this unfold? Well, we know very well since the arrest of Partho Chatterjee that these people used to collect money from ineligible candidate and give them jobs. That was a scam. And now more names in this particular scam.
So essentially, the CBI believes that there could be others also involved. Thank you for the moment for joining us. Now, Elon Musk's silver-hued vision for sending humans to the moon and Mars is standing next to a 480-foot launch tower in the southern corner of Texas, all set to be launched into space for the first time today.
SpaceX plans to launch its deep space rocket Starship into the space today. This will be the first major test of the new launch system, and if successful, it will be a critical milestone for SpaceX. SpaceX has cleared the final hurdle for launching its new giant Starship from Texas on a first test flight. SpaceX will attempt to send the spacecraft around the world all the way to the Pacific Ocean near Hawaii. And that all of the pieces will be dumped into the sea with no landings attempted. With CEO Elon Musk envisioning using his starships to send people to the moon and Mars, the launch will come as yet another feather in the hat for SpaceX. Agency report for Republic TV.
Well, India's biggest news event is back. The third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
Ahead of the upcoming IPL 2023 match against the Royal Challengers Bangalore, the Chennai Super Kings captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has commenced his preparation by hitting massive sixes in a practice session at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. The Rajasthan Royals defeated the Gujarat Titans by 3 wickets in what turned out to be another last over thriller at the Narendra Modi Stadium. The Kolkata Knight Riders lost their second consecutive match as the Mumbai Indians defeated them by 5 wickets at the Wankhede Stadium. Despite Venkatesh Iyengar's maiden IPL century, their bowling department did not live up to expectations. Captain Nitesh Rane had a go at his bowlers after the game. Arjun Tendulkar finally made his debut for the Mumbai Indians against the Kolkata Knight Riders. The bowling all-rounder had the chance of donning the blue jersey, but he didn't fare very well on his IPL debut. The 23-year-old conceded 17 runs in his 2-over spell. Virat Kohli versus Sourav Ganguly controversy has now taken another sharp turn as the former Royal Challengers Bangalore captain has reportedly unfollowed the former KKR skipper on Instagram. Arsenal threw away another 2-goal lead to draw 2-2 with West Ham on Sunday and prompt further questions over the Premier League's leaders' title bid. The 22-time Grand Slam winner Rafael Nadal said that he will miss the Barcelona Open, leaving him without another clay court tournament to prepare for the French Open as he is not fully recovered from a left hip flexor injury. River Plate extending their win winning run over Argentina Liga professionals to 7 matches and tighten their grip on top spot in the table after beating Newell's Old Boys at Rosario. Freeburg. And De'Aaron Fox scored 38 points in his long-awaited playoff debut, and the Sacramento Kings celebrated their return to the postseason after a record 16-year drought by beating the defending champions Golden State Warriors 126-123. While you are watching Republic TV, we slip into a very short break. On the other side, we bring you the latest from Prayagraj, where internet suspension has been extended for 2 more days. And Sachin Pilot's mega show of strength in Jaipur today, as the Congress is yet to find a resolution to this revolt.
Today we recall the patriotism of those brave service officers, police persons, civilians who rubbed their shoulders to defeat terrorism at Mumbai, and the patriotic fervor that was generated by them, I think, has generated a new kind of nationalism amongst the citizens of our country.
Mediation will work when there is uncertainty of winning by any one party. इसलिए जो judgment आया यही सबसे उत्तम है. This puts an end to the whole issue.
Assertive 1% that wants to open the wounds again. They do not operate only by the verdict of the court.
How tough is it for a sportsman or an athlete to get out of this phase and emerge victorious eventually?
The contest between the ball and a bat, I think whether it's the World Cup final or it's any other game, I know it's difficult. It's difficult to accept that it's another game of cricket, but that is how a sportsman needs to think, and that is how I prepared myself, because ultimately whether it's the World Cup final or it's the first game of the World Cup, the contest is not the World Cup final. The contest is between the bowler and a batsman. So ultimately, I have to beat the next ball which I end up playing, and I've got to do the best of my whatever I could of the next particular delivery. So that is how I approach both the World Cup finals. Rather than thinking about the platform, rather than thinking about the occasion, it is about just watching the ball and reacting to it.
What is most fundamentally important to us as a narrative for the next 5 years?
There can only be one narrative. There can only be one way forward, and that is development. Where a young democracy breathes, that we also celebrate on this journey of development, where we can actually lead change, not only for our countrymen and women, but also for the world.
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे.
Welcome back. You are watching Republic TV. Now, India's biggest news event is back. The 3rd edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers and the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. Now, India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation.
ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು ಕೆಲವು BJP ನಾಯಕರನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ಕೆಳ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ವೋಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕೇ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದು ಅರಿವಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮದೇನು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾದ ಬಹುಮತ ಸಾಧನೆ ಆಗಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂಥ ಗುರಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಅದು ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂಥ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನನಗಿದೆ.
ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, BJP ಇವತ್ತು ಕೇವಲ ಕೆಲವೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊರದೊಬ್ಬಿದ್ರು, ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಯಕರನ್ನ ಕಡೆಗಣಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಪಕ್ಷ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋದಾಗ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷ ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಕಂಡಿದೆ. ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನಗಳು ಕೊಡುವ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಗೌರವಯುತವಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಂಡಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನೇ ಮಾತಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಳೆದ 25 ವರ್ಷದ ಅವರ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷವೇ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸಿದೆ. 25 ವರ್ಷ ಬೆಳೆಸಿರುವಂಥ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷ ಈ ಕಡೆಗಣಿಸೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ವರಿಷ್ಠರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇದೊಂದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಪಕ್ಷ ಇರೋದರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವು ಕೇಂದ್ರಿತವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಪ್ರಮುಖರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಒಬ್ಬರಿದ್ದರು. ಮೊನ್ನೆವರೆಗೂ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದರು. ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರು, ಕೋರ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರು. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಅದು ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಕೃತವಾಗಿದೆ, ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಸತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ದೂರು. ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ನೆಪ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷ ನಾನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ.
All right, so that of course is the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai speaking on behalf of the BJP. This is the first reaction that we are getting from the top leadership of the state BJP, which says that Jagdish Shettar had appeared to at least be all right with the fact that he was not going to be given a ticket by the BJP, and they essentially see this as a knee-jerk reaction that came in much later. Do remember that Jagdish Shettar hit out of the BJP, saying that despite his winnability and despite being a loyalist of the BJP, he was denied a ticket. First reactions over there coming in from the Chief Minister of Karnataka over there. B.S. Yadurappa also reacted earlier, extremely angry reaction that came in earlier with the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Jagdish Shettar, joining the Congress. Let's also listen in to comments that we are getting from the senior leadership of the Congress party. Randeep Singh Surjewala spoke to the media a short while ago.
One thing is clear, that BJP has put the entire Lingayat leadership of the state in deep freezer. BJP is disrespecting Lingayat community. It also includes Yadurappa ji, whose statements nowadays are prepared by ED and income tax against his own will. And we all know how he is being humiliated and sidestepped, that he has to now serve under Shobha Karandaje as a member of their committee. So there is no role and responsibility. Lakshman Swadi Sahab, whether Jagdish Shettar Sahab, whether even Mr. Yadurappa and all other leadership of the Lingayat community is being deliberately humiliated. There is
ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದಿದೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಇಡೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ವಿಭಜನೆ ಆದಾಗ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಂದಿರಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಂದಂಥ ದೇವರಾಜ್ ಅರಸ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ರೀತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ರೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಅವಮಾನಿತರು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ದೇವರಾಜ್ ಅಂತ ಧೀಮಂತ ನಾಯಕನ ಅವಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ.
Party will not win, and in fact he believes that Jagdish Shettar will be used by the Congress party.
ವೀರೇಂದ್ರ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ. ಹಲವಾರು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದು ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ ಅವರು ಯಾಕೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ರು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಏನೇ ಇರಲಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು ಸೇರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತಿನಿಂದ ಆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರು, ನಿಜವಾದ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರು, ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಅವರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಂಘಟಿತವಾಗಿ ಹೊಸ ನಾಯಕತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರೇ ಇದ್ದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡೋಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತನೇ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಯಾರೋ ನಮಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋದಾಗ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಹೊಸ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಬಂತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಹೊಸ ನಾಯಕತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ದಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಬಹುಮತ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಹೊಸ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
So Baswaraj Bommai over there, of course, saying that the BJP will be able to counter the effects of Jagdish Shettar leaving for the Congress party. Let's listen in to more comments that we have been getting in. This is the Karnataka in charge of the Congress party, DK Shivakumar.
Including Yediyurappa, Shettar, Saudi, all of them have been humiliated, hurt. How they supported Congress party at the time of SM Krishna ji, the entire Lingayat community will support the Congress party.
कर्नाटक है, बाद में बात करूंगा मैं। आप देखता है, ठीक है, देखेंगे। देखिए, एक नए हमारे को एक सीनियर लीडर हमारे को बीजेपी से अपने स्वाभिमान को जब धक्का हुआ तो वो आ गए हैं, तो उनका स्वागत मैं कर रहा हूं और उनके आने से कांग्रेस को बहुत बड़ा फायदा होगा। और उनके पीरियड में उन्होंने विरोध यानी अपोजिशन पार्टी के लीडर के रूप में, उन्होंने अपने चीफ मिनिस्टर के रूप में, मिनिस्टर के रूप में, जनता पार्टी के बीजेपी के अध्यक्ष के रूप में हर इसमें उन्होंने काम किया। ऐसे व्यक्ति जब हमसे जुड़ जाते हैं तो नेचुरली और भी शक्ति हमको मिलती है। और इसीलिए जगदीश शेट्टर साहब को और हमारे जो पाटिल साहब है, उनको दोनों को मैं स्वागत करता हूँ।
All right, let's go across to Prajwal right now. He's reporting on this from Bengaluru. Prajwal, we just had the first reaction come in from Baswaraj Bommai, who seemed to suggest that, he believes that the Congress party will use Jagdish Shettar, and also, talking about the fact that the BJP and he himself will go back to his constituency and try to convey that the BJP does have, the best interests of everybody at heart.
also saw that Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai earlier was stating that now the senior leaders of the party should make way for the new age, because this is the time to hand over the baton, and there will be a shift in power as well, is what Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai was stating here. So all said and done, we will also need to go ahead and understand the fact that the Chief Minister making this statement is also something important, because the entire BJP unit and the BJP cadres are shaken up in the Hubli-Dharwad regions as well, and this is something which Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai is going ahead and doing. And now also there is a visit of Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai which will be scheduled to Hubli-Dharwad along with B.S. Yediyurappa to make sure that they go ahead and consolidate the position, but at the same point of time they put in, they put in a word, they go ahead and give it, stating that all said and done, no matter. Yeah.
Prajwal, I just want to ask you what's happening behind. Yes. There appear to be a large number of security forces over there. I think it's the Karnataka police that's there in large numbers. What is this?
Now these are visuals from the Malleshwaram Assembly constituency where the BJP candidate Dr. C.N. Ashwath Narayan is going ahead and filing his nominations. Therefore, thousands of his supporters have gathered out here in Malleshwaram, and they are waiting for him to go ahead and file his nominations. He's just reached the office and he's also submitting his nominations to the returning officer and to the BLO as well in Malleshwaram Assembly constituency right right now. And these are visuals from the Malleshwaram 18th cross, where thousands and thousands of supporters have come out and expressed their support for Ashwath Narayan, where he's going ahead to file his nomination as well. So these are the visuals that you are seeing on our screens too, and within a short while from now, Dr. Ashwath Narayan will be out after filing his nominations too. So there was a rally which was held for over 1 to 1.5 kilometers from the Circle Marama Temple towards the BWSSB office, where the EC office is, where he's gone ahead and he's filing his nomination. Now we are also getting to learn the fact that he's finally gone ahead and filed his nominations. It was a very simple, it was a very simple entry by Dr. Ashwath Narayan here, because he was not accompanied by any leaders of the party, and he chose to keep it like that, stating that the leaders will have to be busy with other work as well. So therefore now, all said and done, he's gone ahead to file his nominations. So these are the visuals that you were watching on our screens, Nupur.
All right. Thank you very much, Prajwal, for bringing us the latest on that. So, of course, as Prajwal is pointing out, the BJP going back to the drawing table to be able to understand how do they take this on and forward in terms of Jagdish Shettar leaving the BJP. Now, in the aftermath of the Prayagraj double murder, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has held a key meeting at his residence. The DGP as well as other top officials were present at the meeting. The meeting went on for about 40 minutes. Heavy police forces have been deployed, and internet suspension, of course, is continuing for the next 2 days in Prayagraj. Now, this comes after the gangster politician Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf were shot dead in front of full media the previous night. Prohibitory orders under Section 144 have also been issued in all districts of Uttar Pradesh to prevent any untoward incident. So the security overall continuing. We are given to understand that the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh has held a meeting with the police as well as other senior security officials to get a sense of what's happening on the ground. We are told that Section 144 has also been put in place in several areas. Harsha is reporting live from Lucknow on this. Harsha, give us an overview of the security arrangements in place.
Yes, Nupur. Now, right now I'm standing outside CM residence. Let me show you the visuals as just now, just 5 minutes before only, DGP and Special DG Law and Order and Sanjay Prasad PS Home has already left from the residence of CM Yogi Adityanath, because they were here for more than 40 minutes. A meeting took place here at the residence of CM Yogi Adityanath. As we already know that CM's today entire meetings have been shifted to his residence only. CM today also is not stepping out of his residence. So to brief him about the entire situation all over the state, across situation about law and order and about the peace which has been maintained in the entire state was briefed to UPCM Yogi Adityanath. We have already seen that Section 144 has been imposed in Prayagraj, Kanpur, Etawah, and at many places also. Till now, internet is suspended in Prayagraj, and today also internet will remain suspended. What police sources are confirming us, till now internet has not been restored. If we talk about Lucknow, if we talk about the nearby areas of Lucknow, here also to maintain law and order situation, the police is on high alert. High security forces have been deployed, but CM is monitoring each and everything regarding in context to law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh himself by being at his residence only, and that was the reason that DGP, PS Home and Special DG Law and Order, all three came here. They were here for 40 minutes. They briefed CM Yogi Adityanath about each and every situation, because yesterday also CM was keeping a close watch in the entire situation in Prayagraj till the mortal remains were not buried of Atiq and Ashraf in the burial ground in Kasari Masari area of Prayagraj. Till the time DG and the Special DG both were in their offices only monitoring the entire situation. And now in morning hours also they briefed CM about the entire situation in the across the state, because till now RAF, CRPF forces are deployed at various locations in Prayagraj, because the three shooters are in judicial custody already, not only this, they are being interrogated by Prayagraj police, and UPSTF has also stepped in the interrogation with these 3 shooters. So right now the investigation is one thing which police is literally doing right now to build the bridge between all these 3 shooters, how they came, what was their motive, what was the reason, who hatched this entire plan, how they got sophisticated Turkey-made weapon which is banned in India. This weapon is banned in India. How this weapon was smuggled, from where they received this weapon. So these entire things are the investigation point of view. The entire procedure is already going on, but right now showing you the visuals as we can clearly see that security officials, security personnel are deployed outside CM residence, and now also the ministers and leaders of BJP has been asked not to speak to media or give any official statement. Until now we have also not been confirmed that there will be any briefing from the side of police or not. What we are learning is that till now there is no briefing from the side of police, Nupur, and right now the meeting which took place at the residence of CM Yogi Adityanath with the officials, that has also concluded. Back to you, Nupur.
All right, thank you very much, Harsha, for joining us and bringing us all those details. All right, so as Harsha is pointing out, of course, we are given to understand that the security situation appears to be quite under control as far as Prayagraj is concerned. The Chief Minister did have a meeting with the top officials of the police and internet suspension will continue. Karnataka's Congress President D.K. Shivakumar gave the B form to Jagdish Shettar ahead of his nomination for the assembly elections. The former Karnataka Chief Minister joined the Congress today, a day after he quit the BJP. The Karnataka Congress MLA Priyank Kharge stated that Jagdish Shettar has quite an exuberant experience in active politics and he has been an anchor for the BJP in not only the region but the entire state. He added that the way he has been ill-treated by the BJP has not gone down well with his community and himself, and that Shettar will strengthen the Congress party. The National Commission for Protection of Child Rights has moved the Supreme Court against legal recognition for same-sex marriage and told the SC that the adoption of children should not be allowed by the same-sex couples. The tussle between the DMK-led Tamil Nadu government and the BJP state president K. Annamalai has escalated. Responding to Stalin government's legal notice, Annamalai has said that he is ready for any legal action. The CBI has arrested TMC MLA Jiban Saha in connection with the teachers' recruitment scam after being questioned for 65 hours by the Central Probe Agency. West Bengal BJP President Shukanta Majumdar, in an exclusive conversation with the Republic, responded to TMC MLA Jiban Krishna Saha's arrest and stated that more TMC ministers will be exposed and soon their government will collapse.
मुझे आने का सौभाग्य मिला और आप सब लोगों के दर्शन करने का मुझे सौभाग्य मिला। मैं इसके लिए बहुत अपने आप को खुशनसीब मानता हूँ। साथियों, नौजवान दोस्तों, माताओं, बहनों, आदरणीय बुजुर्गों, आज इस मंच से जो श्री आशीर्वाद आप लोगों को मिला है, संत महात्माओं का आपको आशीर्वाद मिला है, उद्बोधन मिला है, और मैं समझता हूं इस हवन से जो शुद्धि हुई है, जो पुण्य का काम हम लोगों ने किया है, उससे आने वाले समय में इस क्षेत्र को, इलाके को, समाज को, प्रदेश को, देश को तरक्की मिलेगी, शांति मिलेगी, उन्नति मिलेगी, प्रसिद्धि मिलेगी। और मैं ऐसा मानता हूं दोस्तों, साथियों, हमारे संस्कार, हमारी आस्था, हमारा इतिहास, हमारी संस्कृति, हमारे पारिवारिक परवरिश में जो हम लोगों को देखने सुनने को मिला, वो हमारे देश की, प्रदेश की, समाज की सबसे बड़ी ताकत है। आज हजारों हजार लोग यहाँ पर आए हैं, किसी के बुलावे पे नहीं आए हैं। ये आस्था का प्रतीक है। सारी जाति बिरादरी के लोग मिलकर आज अपनी शुद्धि के लिए हवन कर रहे हैं, मन की शांति के लिए कर रहे हैं। पुण्य के काम, दान के काम, बुजुर्गों के संग सेवा करने का काम, ये हमारी धरोहर है, ये हमारी पहचान है, हमें फक्र है इस पहचान के ऊपर। मैं नौजवान साथियों से बोलना चाहता हूं, जितना भी हम जीवन में आगे बढ़ें, पढ़ें लिखें, आर्थिक विकास हो, सोच में बदलाव हो, लेकिन याद रखना वो वृक्ष बड़ा होता है, वो पेड़ लंबा जाता है ऊपर जिसकी जड़ें मजबूत होती है। अगर हम लोग अपने इतिहास को भूल जाएं, अपने परिवार समाज को भूल जाएं, गांव ढाड़ी जहां से हम निकल कर आए हैं उनकी अवमानना करें, उनको मान सम्मान ना दें। अक्सर देखा है व्यक्ति जो धन प्राप्ति कर लेता है, सत्ता प्राप्ति कर लेता है, तो पीछे मुड़कर देखता नहीं। कुछ ऐसे लोग जो भूल जाते हैं जब उनको देश में, प्रदेश में, समाज में बहुत बड़े वो हम बन जाते हैं, तो अक्सर होता है ये इंसान की प्रवृत्ति कि वो पीछे मुड़कर देखना भूल जाता है। इसलिए हमेशा हम कौन हैं, कहां से निकल कर आए हैं, किन लोगों ने हमको बचपन में वो मूल्य दिए, वो ताकत दी, वो आशीर्वाद दिया, जिसकी बदौलत हम पढ़े लिखे, पदों पर आए, धंधा किया, बिजनेस किया, फिर अपना नाम कमाया। लेकिन हमेशा अपनी जड़ों को याद रखना चाहिए। आज इस मंच पर मैंने बहुत दिन के बाद देखा, हमारे पूर्व चेयरमैन बद्री सैनी साहब मौजूद हैं, मनीष जी, राज जी, हमारे विधायक वेद जी, महेश शर्मा जी, हम सब लोग भी इस शुभ काम में आहुति डालने के लिए, सबका आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए, और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण आप सब लोगों से मिलने के लिए आज यहां पर आए हैं। साथियों, ये समय हम सब लोगों के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। ये देश नौजवान है, ये प्रदेश नौजवान है, और हम लोगों को वो सब करना चाहिए जिससे अपनी पहचान को बना सके। देश के विकास में, देश की उन्नति में, समाज को आगे बढ़ाने में हम क्या योगदान दे सकते हैं। उसमें धर्म भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, लेकिन कर्म भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, और कर्म ही पूजा है। जो अच्छा किसान है वो किसानी करेगा, जो अच्छा कर्मचारी वो मेहनत से काम करे, जो समाज सेवा करता है वो समाज सेवा अच्छे से करे, जो नेतागिरी करता है वो नेतागिरी अच्छी से करे। अपने क्षेत्र में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। और साथियों, जब से सृष्टि का निर्माण हुआ है, जब से सृष्टि का निर्माण हुआ है, मानवता की एक पहचान है। अलग अलग देशों में, अलग अलग इस भारत के प्रांतों में अलग अलग भाषा बोलने वाले लोग, अलग अलग धर्मों में आस्था रखने वाले लोग, अलग अलग वेशभूषा, खाना पीना, जाति, बिरादरी, समुदाय, गोत्र हजारों लाखों हैं। लेकिन वो देश और वो लोग हमेशा आगे बढ़े हैं जो एकजुट रहे हैं। जब आपस में खंडित होते हैं तो कभी हम लोग आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे, और जो लोग दरार डालना चाहते हैं उन लोगों से हमको बच कर रहना पड़ेगा। और बहुत सी शक्तियां हैं जो दरार डालना चाहती हैं, बाधाएं डालना चाहती हैं, उन सब लोगों को पार कर। हमारा तो इस देश का 5000 साल पुराना इतिहास है। 5000 साल हमारी संस्कृति, हमारे मूल, हमारी वेशभूषा, हमारी आस्था, हमारा परिवार, ये बहुत पुराना इतिहास है। इस इतिहास से सीख लेते हुए इस 21वीं शताब्दी में हम लोग कैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। बहुत चुनौतियां हैं, समय के साथ साथ चुनौतियां बढ़ती जाती हैं। उन चुनौतियों का सामना करने के लिए हम लोगों को संकल्पित होना पड़ेगा। हमारे विश्वास, हमारी अंतरात्मा को सुनना चाहिए, सच्चाई के रास्ते पर चलना चाहिए। सच्चाई का रास्ता लंबा है, कठिन है, मुश्किलों से भरा हुआ है, गतिरोध पैदा होंगे, रुकावटें आएंगी, लेकिन हमें आगे बढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है, आगे बढ़ना है। सत्य की लड़ाई लड़नी है, विश्वास बनाए रखना है, और सब लोगों को साथ लेकर जो चलेगा। जो संत महात्मा ज्यादा त्याग करता है, ज्यादा तपस्या करता है, ज्यादा ज्यादा प्रसिद्ध होता है, ज्यादा व्याख्यात होता है। और राजनीति में भी जो व्यक्ति ज्यादा मेहनत करेगा, लोगों के दिलों पे राज करेगा, लोगों के मन में राज करेगा, वही व्यक्ति राजनीति में आगे बढ़ता है। हर व्यक्ति के जीवन में उतार चढ़ाव आते हैं, लेकिन समय कैसा भी हो साथियों, अभी सभी धर्मगुरु यहां बोल रहे थे, अपने विश्वास पे, अपने संकल्प पर हमें अड़िग रहना है। कोई बहकाएगा, कोई फुसलाएगा, कोई सच बोलेगा, कोई झूठ बोलेगा, लेकिन हमें अपने गिरबान में झांकना है, अपनी अंतरात्मा को सुनना है। हम यहाँ आहुति दे रहे हैं, शुद्धि की बात कर रहे हैं, पर्यावरण को, समाज को, देश को, प्रदेश को शुद्ध हो, सब कुरीतियां खत्म हो जाए, लेकिन मानवता के निर्माण में सच्चाई, ईमानदारी, नेकता, दूसरे पे विश्वास करना, भाईचारा बनाना, प्रेम मोहब्बत की बातें करना, आपस में झगड़ा कराना 2 मिनट का काम है। आपस में लड़ाई फसाद कराना 30 सेकंड का काम है। अफवाह फैलाना बहुत आसान है, झूठ बोलना बहुत आसान है, आरोप लगाना बहुत आसान है, सच बोलना, सच के लिए संघर्ष करना और अपने जीवन से उदाहरण देना, ये मैं समझता हूं आज के समय बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। मुझे यहां पर आकर आप सब लोगों ने जिस ऊर्जा के साथ, खासकर हमारी माताएं बहनें बैठी, आप लोगों का प्यार, दुलार, आशीर्वाद, नौजवानों की ऊर्जा, हमारे बड़े बुजुर्गों का आशीर्वाद, ये सबसे बड़ी पूंजी है इस देश में, ये सबसे बड़ी पूंजी है इस प्रदेश में। मुझको जितना प्यार, जितना दुलार, जितना आशीर्वाद आप सब लोगों ने दिया है, मैं समझता हूं मैं जीवन में इसके बाद कुछ मांगने लायक नहीं बचा। लेकिन आने वाले समय में भी हम सब लोगों को एक साथ मिलकर अपने प्रदेश के भलाई के लिए, देश के भलाई के लिए और सबसे ज्यादा मानवता के भलाई के लिए मिलकर काम करना। और जब आप ये सब लोग काम करोगे, उस काम में कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर मैं आपके साथ खड़ा रहूंगा। ये धार्मिक कार्यक्रम है और हजारों हजार लाखों लोग यहां पर आ रहे हैं। आप सबकी श्रद्धा देखकर मैं अभिभूत हूं। जिस संयम से, जिस प्यार से, जिस शालीनता से, जिस विनम्रता से इस कार्यक्रम का आयोजन हो रहा है और जो संदेश यहाँ से जा रहा है, और ये इस हवन की आहुति से जो निकली हुई गर्मी और हवा है वो पूरे प्रदेश और देश में फैलेगी। तो मैं समझता हूँ प्यार मोहब्बत का पैगाम पूरे प्रदेश और देश में फैलेगा। यदा यदा ही धर्मस्य ग्लानि भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सजाम्यहम्। ये हम सब लोगों के लिए संदेश भी है कि हमें हर चुनौती का सामना करना है, हम लोगों को साथ मिलकर आगे बढ़ना है और समूचे समाज को, 36 कौम के लोगों को, सब नौजवानों को, बुजुर्गों को, महिलाओं को, सब लोगों को मिलकर आगे एकजुटता से काम करना पड़ेगा। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी ताकत हम लोगों की हमारी एकता है, हमारा आपसी भाईचारा और प्रेम है। इसको हमेशा परमपिता परमेश्वर बरकरार रखे। आप सब लोगों के ऊपर ईश्वर की, भगवान की असीम कृपा रहे। आपके आने वाला समय मंगलमय हो, कल्याणकारी हो। आपके बच्चे पोतों को भगवान खूब आशीर्वाद दे, आपकी झोलियों में भगवान खूब खुशियां भरे और आपका आशीर्वाद हमें मिलता रहे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, राम राम।
All right, so there you heard Sachin Pilot, a show of strength by Sachin Pilot, and in fact it's a direct attack, taking a dig at Ashok Gehlot, saying that we have to stand with such people who stand for unity and not those who create disruptions. Not just this, he even goes on to say that people must not forget their roots. Biggest attack on Gehlot by Sachin Pilot. The visuals there on your screens right now of Sachin Pilot's show of strength in Rajasthan, holding rallies and in a direct attack hitting out at Ashok Gehlot, saying that people must not forget their roots. Alright, so tracking that big story, Sachin Gehlot saying that people must not forget their roots, they must stay rooted, and it's in fact in a series of attacks he's hit out at the Rajasthan Chief Minister. No end to the feud between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. Let's take a word from BJP's RP Singh also. Mr. Singh, how do you read into these statements that are coming in from Sachin Pilot, who now says that people must stay rooted, taking a direct hit at Ashok Gehlot?
Is the question to me?
Yes, Mr. Singh.
Yeah, it's very clear that the Congress High Command is trying to do a patchwork which is not working. Fact is that they have lost control. Earlier, Ashok Gehlot defied them and defied their orders and defied their message which was sent by Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. Now, Sachin is rebelling and then categorically asking for its due, which is there in the Rajasthan government or Rajasthan Congress party.
Mr. Singh, do you see any resolution in sight? Do you think that the concerns at this point can really be allayed by the top brass?
How can there be resolution to the issues which are to be sorted out at the dining table of the dynasty, between Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra to be decided? And Priyanka, we have been told or we understand that Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi are for Sachin Pilot and Mrs. Gandhi is supporting Ashok Gehlot. So this is a tug of war going because of which now
Mr. Singh,
the
yes.
state is suffering.
Yes, we'll have to interrupt you there. Let's straight away cut across to DK Shivakumar's rally, which is happening right now in Karnataka's Kanakpura. This ahead of DK Shivakumar filing his nomination papers in just a while from now. There you see a massive show of strength as DK Shivakumar carries out that rally ahead of filing of the nomination papers for 10th of May assembly polls in the state of Karnataka. Alright, so these are the live visuals also coming in right now from Kanakpura of Karnataka. DK Shivakumar going to file his nomination papers in just a while from now, and massive show of strength with several of those Congress workers who've gathered, the cadre that's gathered in large numbers in support of DK Shivakumar, who would be filing his nomination papers in Kanakpura. Remember, Karnataka is all set to go for polls on 10th of May, and there you see the visuals from Kanakpura. Remember, it's a stronghold of DK Shivakumar. He's been pitted against BJP stalwart R. Ashoka this time from Kanakpura ahead of the assembly polls. Remains to be seen whether DK Shivakumar would retain his bastion, and this, of course, as Kanakpura is said to be a stronghold of DK Shivakumar. He's been pitted against BJP stalwart R. Ashoka for the upcoming assembly polls on 10th of May in the state of Karnataka. The visuals there on your screens of the Congress cadre that has gathered in large numbers in support of DK Shivakumar as he goes to file his nomination papers from this particular constituency. Let's take a word from Prajwal also joining us live. Prajwal, that's a massive show of strength there, as we can see. Take us through the details you're picking up about DK Shivakumar. We understand he's been pitted against BJP stalwart R. Ashoka this time.
Absolutely. Now he is contesting from Satnur as well, and this will definitely go ahead and become a massive face-off between R. Ashoka as well as between Mr. R. Ashoka and also DK Shivakumar too. So this will turn out to be the mother of all the battles as well. But now all said and done, now we are also going ahead and looking at how things could pan out as well, because they have gone ahead and fielded a major Vokkaliga leader from the BJP party as well. And it is now being stated that this could turn out to be the mother of all the battles too. But as of now, we still have to wait as to when he will go ahead and file his nominations as well. That is Mr. R. Ashok. But today, DK Shivakumar going ahead and filing his nominations, he stated two important things. First, he stated that he will be going there only on the day of nominations. And secondly, he will go on and just campaign for only one day in Kanakpura, because he has a lot of trust in the people and they will go ahead and ensure his victory too. So all said and done now, this is a massive show of strength by DK Shivakumar ahead of the elections as well. And he also stated that we know very well as to how to go ahead and welcome people as well.
Prajwal, stay with us while we keep up with these visuals. There you see a massive show of strength. Several of those supporters of DK Shivakumar who've gathered to support him as he goes ahead to file his nomination papers. Prajwal, of course, continues to stay with us. Prajwal, if you can talk to us more, how tough a competition or a battle is this going to be, given that it is one of the strongholds of DK Shivakumar, the bastion Kanakpura of Karnataka?
It has always been a bastion of the Congress so far, because he's gone ahead and won many times as well. And despite strong candidates being pitted against DK Shivakumar in the previous assembly elections as well, he's gone out and emerged victorious. But what is very interesting over here is the fact, Samiksha, that in the neighboring constituencies of DK Shivakumar, he's not been able to get the Congress victorious, may it be Ramnagara or Chanpatna, which has always been a bastion of the JDS party. And therefore, the JDS too has emerged victorious. And this time around, the AICC has given him the additional responsibility of going ahead and making sure that the Congress emerges victorious even from the neighboring constituencies as well, and largely to do with DK Suresh, who is taken the in charge of Kanakpura, Ramnagara, and also the Chanpatna assembly constituency as well. But this time around, somewhere that the Congress going ahead and looking at candidates, because they were waiting till the last minute whether CP Yogeshwara from the BJP will go ahead and join the Congress, but that was not possible as well. So we will have to wait and watch out as to what will be the outcome for the results this time around, because if the Congress is wanting to come with absolute majority, they will definitely have to go ahead and make inroads into the old Mysuru region too. And once they make inroads, only then they can go ahead and form a complete majority. Otherwise, it will definitely turn out to be difficult. And this particular task has been given to DK Shivakumar to go ahead and do it. So will he be limited to only his constituency, or will he go ahead and campaign for all the candidates in the old Mysuru region especially, is something that has to be seen.
Prajwal, stay with us. Let's in fact listen in to that soundbite that came in of DK Shivakumar just a short while back.
Mr. Jagdish Shettar, Mr. Lakshman Saudi and various other leaders have joined my party. Still a lot of them were supposed to come. We didn't have a political space, including some ministers and MLAs. Anyway, let us...
Sir, you, Siddaramaiah Sahab and Rahul Gandhi so confident about win election. Rahul Gandhi claimed that... We will cross 150 seats. We are very confident we will form a government on our own. I think we will touch 150 seats. That is our gut feeling.
All right, so there you heard the Karnataka Congress chief DK Shivakumar, his reaction just ahead of filing of nomination papers from Kanakpura. So that's of course the latest coming in, the visuals there on your screens of a massive show of strength in support of DK Shivakumar, the Congress Karnataka chief, as he goes ahead to file his nomination papers from the Kanakpura constituency. For now, a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country. Karnataka Congress President DK Shivakumar has given the B form to Jagdish Shettar ahead of his nomination filing for the assembly polls. The former Karnataka Chief Minister joined the Congress today, a day after he quit the BJP. Karnataka Congress MLA Priyank Kharge has stated that Jagdish Shettar has quite an exuberant experience in active politics, and he has been an anchor for the BJP is in not only the region but the entire state, adding that the way Shettar has been ill-treated by the BJP has not gone down well with his community and himself, and that Shettar will further strengthen the Congress party hereon. The National Commission for Protection of Child Rights has moved to the Supreme Court against legal recognition for same-sex marriage, telling the Supreme Court that adoption of children should not be allowed by same-sex couple. The tussle between the DMK-led Tamil Nadu government and BJP state president K. Annamalai has escalated even more. Responding to Stalin government's legal notice, Annamalai stated that he is ready for legal action. The Central Bureau of Investigation has arrested TMC MLA Jiban Krishna Saha in connection with teachers' recruitment scam after being questioned for 65 hours by the Central Probe Agency. West Bengal BJP President Sukanta Majumdar, in an exclusive conversation with Republic Media Network, responded to TMC Neta's involvement in teachers' recruitment scam, stating that more TMC ministers will be exposed in the coming days. In latest development, a Jawan was today arrested from Punjab's Bathinda military station in connection with recent firing incident in which 4 army personnel were killed in their sleep. As per the Punjab police sources, the accused army gunner Mohan Desai has confessed to the crime and said that he shot his colleagues over personal dispute, a statement that has also been corroborated by the Indian Army now. Former MLA and BJP in charge of Kurnool, Aluru Nirja Reddy, died in a road accident on 16th of April. She was coming from Hyderabad to Kurnool when her car overturned after a tyre burst in a Telangana district. The Special Investigation Team has imposed Section 16 of the UAPA Act against accused Shahrukh Saifi. Shahrukh was arrested from Maharashtra for allegedly setting on fire Alapua-Kannur express train on 2nd of April near Elanthur in Kozhikode district. More than 9,000 new COVID cases were recorded in the last 24 hours, with active tally now that stands at more than 60,000 mark. The death toll meanwhile has increased to 5,000 to above 5 lakh. This is in total the COVID deaths across in the country till date, while 6 deaths have been reported from Gujarat, 4 from UP and 3 each from Delhi and Rajasthan. Slipping away, short break coming up. On the other side, the latest in the cash for job scam case, yet another TMC Neta now in the dock. And big face-off as BJP releases DMK files, DMK sends legal notice, Annamalai says ready for action.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
What is most fundamentally important to us as a narrative for the next 5 years?
There can only be one narrative. There can only be one way forward, and that is development. Where a young democracy breathes, that we also celebrate on this journey of development, where we can actually lead change, not only for our countrymen and women, but also for the world.
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
एक आसमां कम पड़ता है और आसमां मंगवा दो, है बेसब्र उड़ाने मेरी पंख ये नीले रंगवा दो। स्वप्न करोड़ों सत्य हो रहे, अब उनका सत्कार करो। मन में जो संकल्प तुम्हारे अब उनका इजहार करो। निकल पड़ा है भारत मेरा, अब तुम जय जयकार करो।
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently, climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
I continuously say this कि सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी.
I believe that you are soaked in the philosophy of nation first. Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation.
And we are getting news break from Kerala, this one in relation to the Kozhikode train fire incident. The Special Investigation Team has now imposed Section 16 of the UAPA Act against accused Shahrukh Saifi. Remember, Shahrukh Saifi was arrested from Maharashtra's Ratnagiri for allegedly setting on fire at Alapua-Kannur Express train on April 2nd in Kozhikode district. So that's of course the latest coming in. The accused having been booked under Section 16 of the UAPA Act as well against this in relation to the Kozhikode train fire incident. Let's go across to Varshini, also joining us live. Varshini, you've been following the story very closely. Now we understand the accused has been booked under the UAPA Act. If you can tell us more about the accomplices of Shahrukh Saifi who could be under the scanner of the state police.
Well, Samiksha, if you see this issue that has been happening for 2 weeks, the investigation is on, and the ATS, particularly the SIT, includes of the anti-terror squad of the Kozhikode, and they have been investigating this matter, and finally now the FIR has been changed, and the UAPA Act Section 16 has been put over Shahrukh Saifi in this matter, and it has now been confirmed that this is an act of terror that is taking place. And since there has been death also reported in this case, Section 16 of the UAPA Act has been put on Shahrukh Saifi. As of now, the link between any terror organization or any outfit in particular has not been established yet. But for now, we understand that UAPA Act has come under. There is a high possibility now for NIA also to take over this investigation, is what we are hearing from our sources, Samiksha.
All right, Varshini, thank you for the moment. So Varshini getting us the latest in the Kozhikode fire incident in which the accused Shahrukh has now been